Welcome back to my channel, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm going to do my read for June 2021 where you get to pick your deck. So there's going to be 3 decks. So make sure you look at the 3 photos to see which one resonates with you. There's this one with this feather. This deck here with this feather. Just check on the photos. They'll be posted on the channel where you can take your time and look at them. And then there's this one here, okay, with this feather here. These are just the pouches that they belong to. And I'm also going to put in an extra couple of decks with each read, just to get a broader message for you. Now the real important thing is, make sure that deck actually resonates with you, because if you pick the wrong deck, you're going to have the wrong read. And I do the good and the bad in the reads, so yeah, you don't want to have a bad read and it wasn't even your read. So make sure it resonates with you. If you're not sure, then it's probably best just to watch the videos, get an idea of which one kind of you thought. Listen to the read, but don't take it personal. And then watch for the month of June to see, that was it. Because especially if you're new at this, you're not sure about listening to your intuition. It comes through, this energy. And the more you do it, the better you get at it too, okay? I'm also going to do a read soon on climate change, because I truly believe a lot of people out there are interested. And I'm going to be asking my higher power if climate change is real and does it really exist. And then after that, later on down the road, I'm going to do more reads to do with climate change, okay? I believe it's real, but I know there's a lot of pros and cons out there. A lot of people aren't sure. So I find we need to take care of the earth the best way we can. Okay, so I'm going to get on with the reads. So make sure you picked which one. And if you have any questions, please ask me. You can DM me, ask me in the comments, anything you'd like me to do a read on. And I can also do a detailed personal read for you. So I'm going to get on with the reads, okay? Okay, so I'm going to do this deck first. So if you pick this deck with this feather, I'm going to do your read for June 2021. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. That way you'll know when I'm doing all these little other extra reads too. That would be good. Okay, so I'm asking my higher power to give you messages through these cards to help you on your way in June 2021. My goal is hopefully to give you some kind of guidance, and if anything, if there's any threatening things coming your way, you can get prepared and ready, because I believe you can change your destiny if you're prepared for something not so good coming your way. Okay, so first of all, I'm just going to do a quick shortcut. Okay, something that you're very, very passionate about, to the heart. There was some kind of great loss. Now this loss is big because it can be like a relationship, a job, losing your home. And this probably already resonates with you. It's something you're dealing with probably right now. And with the next reads, hopefully there'll be a positive outcome. And because this 10 of Hearts it represents a lot of passion and great joy, and it's also a happy ending to like a unpleasant situation. So far it looks like things are going to come out okay. All right. I'm just waiting for the Queen of Hearts. That'll represent me because I'm asking my higher power for messages for you, to help you. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this is also representing the Five of Clubs here, is representing there was a loss, or the loss is coming in June. And it's to do with an older friendly lady or relative. And there was lots of tears, or tears are coming. And there's going to be a gathering of some kind. It's kind of like a very sensitive, nice type of gathering to do with the loss, this older woman or relative. So I'm allowed 3 more cards, so I'm going to put a card. This is pretty straightforward. The gathering. Okay, the 7 of Diamonds represents a lot of your plans, your dreams, and your hopes. So it's still not enough information. So I'm going to put another card down. So wishful thinking, path. Okay, so you had a lot of new hope. You had a lot of wishes and new hope to do with this woman. And the loss has brought you some kind of tears. And this nice little gathering could be even like a wake, or just a group of people getting together, talking about the loss of some kind, and there's tears. And everybody's talking about what they're hopeful for and wishes. And it looks like there will be new hope. Things are going to turn out in some way, shape, or form because of the Jack of Hearts. I'm allowed 1 more card, and it's still not telling me enough for you, so I'm going to take the card. Okay, so 7 of Clubs. Lots of worries. So you're worried about this whole situation to do with this woman. Worried about, is there any hope? So I'm going to use the other cards now to see if I can get some more information here. So I'll try this deck first. I always call these the counseling cards. I'm only going to do a 1 card turn over for each deck, except my Gypsy Oracle cards. Okay, so I'm just looking for another message to help out with this. Loss, gathering, wishful thinking, new hope and worries. And tears to do with this nice older woman or relative for June 2021. Okay. Okay, so I'll put that there. I'm going to do the other deck. These are a lot bigger, these cards. Just waiting to feel when they say to stop. There we go. Something tells me just to take the top card, so I'm going to. Okay. Focus on love, that one says. It's a nice card, focus on love. And I'll give you more information about that. And this is the Prince of Hearts. Interesting. Love, hearts. And then these cards here. These are the Gypsy Oracle cards. If there's a deck of cards you really seem to enjoy and resonate that you've seen me use, because I have other decks besides these ones, you can always message me and DM me and ask if I would use those ones in the next read, or I can do a detailed personal read for you. Okay, that's done. So with this one I put down 5 cards. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. So, first of all, the Prince of Hearts. It's saying that there's going to be a time soon to do with all this gathering of people where you're going to need to be very charming, and regardless of their sex, male or female, you just have this unique way of presenting yourself where they all will love you and love your charm. It's like you're going to be also surrounded by emotions and emotional people. So yeah, take that into consideration. This one here, focus on love, says look for the good things in people, the good attributes in each and every person in your life. So these people that are going to be gathering around, it could be even virtual because of the pandemic right now. It's just saying try to really think positive about the people in your life and remember the things that caused you to love them in the first place. And focusing on the love will change and heal the negativity that was once there. Okay? And then these cards here, these are a fairly new deck and I find them quite interesting. I really enjoy them. So how these ones work is, number 1, this card here is the present. So there's the present, the past, the future, obstacles, and advice. Okay? So let's do the past first. The past says there was pleasure and there were seekers. There was a lot of pleasure and seekers right here. Just having a great time, seeking out, looking for fun, 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 fun. Okay? So you have to try to think of that with this going on and what it used to be like in the past. Okay, so there was a lot of pleasure and everybody was seeking new things. The present, it represents being constant, in charge, and it sounds like you're the leader of some kind of this, whatever is going on here, this get together to do with this loss and this woman. You're the one that's kind of preparing and taking care of things, almost like you're the caregiver. You're the one just to make sure things will get done because you're really good at that. Future. This is a good card. It stands for fortune. And this girl is just bracing all the money all around her body, playing a harp. So there could be some kind of inheritance of some kind. And maybe you have to make sure it gets taken care of the proper way, okay? And this card here is obstacles, and it stands for conversations, like everybody talking, too much talk, talk. And that's the thing that's in the way, okay? And the advice card, wedding. Interesting. Looks like two people are getting married, and there's some kind, this is advice that either it's a warning or a suggestion of some kind to do it or not to do it. And as soon as you see that, it'll resonate with you. You'll know, because you'll know if it's good or bad. Okay, so that's it for your read for June. I hope it helps you out in some way. And if you have any questions, please let me know. And I wish you all the best. Please stay safe, okay? Take care. Okay, so if you pick this deck of cards with this pouch and feather, I'm going to do your read now. Just going to shuffle them up first. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. That way you'll get all the notifications of the other reads I'm going to do. So I'm going to do one on climate change, and that's going to be one of my new focuses, how, what, and where, and what's going on out there. I'm going to be asking my higher power for guidance to do with climate change. But this one here that I do at the beginning of the month is where you get to pick your deck, okay? So first I'm doing a quick pick here. So that's an 8 of hearts and a 9 of diamonds. And the 9 of diamonds, it represents your personal interest, some kind of planning, and even advice. Somebody's giving you advice, someone that you're doing some little friendly flirting back and forth with, looking for advice to do with your plans and your personal creative interests, okay? So now I'm just going to wait for the Queen of Hearts to show up. That represents me asking my higher power for guidance, for messages for you through these cards. hiding on me. Where is the Queen of Hearts? There she is. Okay, so June is going to be very emotional time, but it's not a bad emotional time because the Ten of Hearts showed up. It's emotional because the Queen is on the right side. The Ten of Hearts represents great joy. So, you know, when you're just so happy and emotional that tears run down. So this is so far so good. Okay, it's to do with something not so good. So I'm going to have to, I want to see if the 9 of spades and the 7 of spades, this is a lot of tears, to do with an illness, to do with an older woman, or like a nice older woman, or relative, and there's lots of tears and an illness. And good thing the spade is pointing up, it's not upside down, the middle spade. So just want to see where I'm going to put in, I'm allowed 3 more cards for you. And you would probably already know about the illness and the tears and her. Actually, I'm going to put it near the illness to see. Oh, okay, so 4 corners. Which way to go? You feel like you're at 4 corners and it's decision time. There's a big decision to be made to do with this woman. And I have to take another card. Oh, it's to do with a widow or a rival. And I'm going to say it's a widow because of the illness, the tears, and the older woman. It could be her husband. So there's some decisions that need to be taken and done because of her illness. And I'm going to leave it at that. Sometimes I'm allowed 1 more card, but sometimes you can overdo it. I think right now there's not much more that needs to be said with these cards. I'm going to try to get a few more messages though for you out of 3 more decks I have, okay? And hopefully that'll help too. So these here are the Gypsy Oracle cards. And hopefully a good strong message will come through with these other cards for you. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's those cards. And I got these ones here. If you have any questions, don't forget, you can let me know. You can DM me, put it in the comments. Any ideas about different kinds of reads you would like me to do. And please subscribe to my channel, that would be great. Okay, I'm just going to do a 1 card spread here. Okay. And now these ones. This will just be a 1 card also. Okay, so first of all, the 5 of Pentacles represents anxiety. And it's saying during this time you need to cope with stress and anxiety, because worries can paralyze your actions until you face the source. So try to be really, really present and do what you can with what you have now, okay? Because stress and anxiety will just make you react, and then you're going to regret after the fact, okay? So try to stay calm during this time and show simple acts of kindness. A simple act of kindness can energize you and bring happiness to those around you. So try to be understanding during this stressful time. Have empathy and just try to be loving and caring towards yourself and those around you, okay? It's kind of interesting that the two are together, so I would really take this to heart, okay? With these cards here, it's past, present, future, obstacles, and advice. So in the past, something to do with a widower, a male widower. And interesting, because he showed up here in this deck too, okay? So in the past, the widower, he's visiting the cemetery of his dear loved one. It could be this older woman here, and relative, or relative. Could be a nice older woman or relative. And in the present, this represents wife. So presently, the wife, the situation is about the wife. And future, a younger woman. So wife in younger woman, obstacles that are in the way. Could be some kind of inheritance. It's a table full of jewels, riches, and gifts, okay? So those are kind of in the way right now. It's like an obstacle, and that could be where decision time, 4 corners, which way to turn. Okay, lots of tears, which is causing stress and anxiety. The last card represents, this is the advice card, okay? And it can be a suggestion, a recommendation, and even a warning, or even strong instructions to do or not to do. And this, something to do about selling something to do about selling, okay? Because a merchant sells things, right? So being decision time and you don't know which way to turn, it's always important to take your time, and if you're not sure, don't do anything yet. Take your time, listen to others in an understanding, compassionate way. Write down your pros and cons about the situation and go from there. I find if you don't do things right away and just take your time, you could be an executor of some type. I don't know. You'll know. It'll resonate with you when it comes up. So any questions, let me know. That's it for now. That's all I can do for you right now. Any questions, though, let me know. That would be great. Take care. Please be safe, and all the best. Okay, so if you pick this deck here with this feather, I'm going to do your read now. This is for June 2021. I asked my higher power already to give me guidance through these cards, all these 3 spreads that I was doing, 3 decks. Oh, that's an important card that just came over. This represents money, so we're going to have to remember this. June, a lot has a lot to do with money. And the rest of these spreads here will help us have a better understanding about that. Please subscribe to my channel. That way you'll know too when I have other extra little reads I do. I want to do one on climate change. There's a lot going on out there. So I'll be doing that soon. Put on your notifications and you'll know too when I've done that read. Can also do a personalized read for you. Just DM me. Okay, first I'll do just a little shortcut read. Okay, something to do with the home. And one good thing is the club is not upside down. So if it was upside down, it would say things are not well. It represents like things are not well in the home. And the Jack of Clubs represents a friend. Now this is a friend that you can trust. So we will see what else is to come here. I'm gonna wait for the Queen of Hearts. She represents me. I'm asking my higher power to give me a read for you. So just looking for the Queen of Hearts. Okay, where is that Queen of Hearts? There she is. Okay, there is some great happiness, which is also a positive modifier, this card, for any unpleasant situations. Can even be like a happy ending type of thing. So remember the money card that fell. It's going to be emotional time because the Queen is on the right side, and it's going to be emotional but happy. Okay, because happiness is an emotion also. Let's see what else comes up here. Ah, this here is your sweetheart. And it can also represent a really, really nice man that you are very, very strongly fond of. A nice path, a nice journey for June to do with him, happiness, and some kind of argument. Look at all this nice stuff, and then there's a verbal argument, like words back and forth, to do with the nice path, but don't forget a happy ending and happiness. I'm going to put I'm allowed 3 more cards. So I'm going to put a card on the 8 of spades. So let's see. Okay, there's going to be some tears to do with this argument. And sometimes it's not a bad, it can just be a disagreement, and it's kind of like stalemate where we agree to disagree, if that makes sense to you, okay? And this could also be like a date, something like where I said it's just a really nice man you're fond of. It could be like he's going to ask you out on a date, some type of nice little path, date, go to a place and meet. It's never happened to me before, but something happened to the camera and I was still going on with the read, so I'm going to go over it quickly for you. The cards have already been down. So the one deck, the Lover's card came, and I'll explain that to you. It's a good card for June, and love is all around you. And then the Gypsy Oracle cards have already been placed, okay? and also the 5 of clubs. On top of the tears, it's saying that there was some kind of loss, and that's what created this misunderstanding and tears between you two, okay? So I'm going to tell you about these cards first. In the past, somebody just sitting there thinking and thinking and thinking what to do. Lots of thought in your own bubble, in your own place, in your own thoughts. Not able to connect with anybody else at the time. Got to figure some things out, okay? Hopefully that resonates. That could be either that was you or this friendly older man that I think you probably had a date coming up or something with him. Okay? Presently, waiting. Yeah, I have a funny feeling you've been waiting and waiting for this date. And there's been like a misunderstanding because there was something heavy duty going on with him, okay? So we have to be a little bit more compassionate, understanding, and empathetic. And there was some kind of misfortune, and you can see a fireman trying to get out of the fire. It's like a bad misfortune happened, okay? And there was obstacles in the way of you guys, I guess, getting together because of this loss. There was a lot of sorrow, great sorrow, okay? So have faith. And right here, this is the advice card. And this is what to do or not to do. It's like a suggestion. So don't be the soldier. Don't stand your guard and be defensive in any way, shape, or form, because it looks like love is all around you, okay? There is love everywhere all the time. Simply acknowledge this as a truth. It's the truth. Whatever happened, it's the truth, okay? And this card here, the Lovers, it represents there is an attraction, okay? And you just really got to get in touch with making good decisions and choose wisely and know for sure. Feel satisfied with who and what you are right now so you can choose wisely. It's really just telling you to think of what you're really doing. Don't react. Take time to calm, because affections may be misplaced, okay? So make the right decision. Try to look at the pros and cons and really be a good listener too, okay? That's your read. That's about it. That was quite interesting. I'd really love to know how this turns out for you. Let me know if you like it. You can DM me. And if you have any questions, let me know. Please stay safe, and I wish you all the best. Take care.